Smino. That's one person, like, as far as the music scene, I was sleeping on. I was just admit that. I was definitely, I probably never, be for real, I never really heard of him. But to see how the magnitude that he's, I guess, involved with the music scene in St. Louis, and just not only in the city, but throughout the states, it's just mind blowing in a sense.
Yeah, it is.
That I didn't know him,
Yeah. So here's the thing, like, you have the music scene in St. Louis, and then you have the creative scene. And the creative scene is a melting pot. So you got your visual artists, you got your producers, you got your camera operators, you have your rappers, your singers. So there will be like events that cater to the creative community, and we will all, participate. We all homies. A lot of people kind of misconstrue like shit for being cliquey, but a lot of it is not. We not cliquey. We just really grew up. Like, if you meet anybody, for example, if you meet anybody from the Hazelwood School District, you ain't have to go to a school to be locked in with somebody. Like, because Hazelwood was like its own world. We going to the basketball games, the district lines, and been redid several times. Like, at one point, half the people that were going to Central at one point was just split up, and a lot of them people ended up going to West, and a lot of people ended up going to East. So you got people that have been moved around and whatever. But I met Smee through Twitter. At that time, it's like 2009. I'm a freshman. And there's this guy by the name of John Alexander. He goes by Chill Season online. But he had this media company at the time called Blue Flames. And they were doing like ciphers and shit like that. So he had this thing called the Show-Me Cypher. And at that time, like, it was super raw because it was like a social link up, but it had like 5 or 6 rappers from the city, and they just spit their bars and shit, posted it on the internet. And so Smee was in this cipher. He was in the Show-Me Cypher 2, which is probably the most popular of them all. I think it probably has like 20K views on YouTube, which is like crazy for a cipher out of St. Louis. But it featured Smino, MVP Go, who is now like a fucking URL battle rapper. I don't know if he will URL, but I know he does battle rap now. So, and then they had, at the time, he went by Kid Fresh, but I think he changed it to like Ice Lord Slim, and just like different people, And so Smee's verse low-key went viral, like before going viral. At that time on Twitter, you could just say, I need everybody to change your avatar to this, and I need y'all to tweet hashtag Show-Me Cypher 2. And then in 30 minutes to an hour, it's trending. So from that's kind of how we linked up. And then I used to blog, like I said before, a part of this collective called TGM, which was just silly shortness for Tall Girl Media, because both Taylor and myself was just, first thing people would be like, damn, y'all best friends and y'all tall as hell. Taylor 5'11", I'm 5'9", so we just went by Tall Girl Media. And Smee used to send us music all the time. And I'll never forget, we went to Waffle House one day, and he walks through the door, and I'm like, Taylor, there goes Smee. Which at the time, he went by Chris Smith Jr. So I'm like, there go Chris, like, it's him. Like, and I hadn't met him at the time, but she hadn't. So she in there flipping out. So from there, like, we just kind of stayed in touch. And I just would be like, at that time, he was back and forth between here and Chicago, which is why a lot of people are like, oh, I ain't never heard a dude, or why are they always saying like he out of Chicago? But it's because he was there for school, he was there for music, and then at one point he was in Wisconsin. Like, so we just always stayed in touch. And when things started to pick up, he would tell his management, like, that's who you need to talk to. Anything St. Louis, that's who you need to talk to. So from there, we just been, that's my brother. Like, Literally. So yeah, him and Bari, like same thing for Bari too.
Yeah.
Yeah.